Oh. Alrighty. Wait, let me see something. Oh, that's neat. Stinger. I guess Stinger doesn't really make that much of a difference. Fade color. Guess not. Eh, we'll go with swipe. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyways, I'm going to be doing the Stormblood Black Mage thingamabob. One moment, I need to lower my volume. Alright, I'm gonna do this and probably do a shorter stream doing a bunch of what's it called? Side quest, blue quest. I'm gonna stop this stream and do that. Let's go. Ah, Gudrak. I'm glad that you are here. I consult with you about a matter that has been galling away, and that gnawing away at my mind. Little thanks in no small part to your efforts, the Book of Nothol here. Nothol have at long last reunited. In these halls, their long lost secrets just waiting to be unearthed. Though I have scarcely begun poring over the tomes, I have already made as most remarkable discovery. Each of the twin tomes contains a cipher of sort, the meaning of which could only be deciphered when the two are referenced in tandem. I will spare you the details of how I unraveled the message, though. It truly was among my finest moments, if I dare say so myself. At any rate, the words once decoded are most evidently an incantation, albeit one entirely unfamiliar to me. Beneath it was writ, a simple directive: inherit the dark arts, speak these words into Null's reflection, and that memory along forgotten may stir anew. As to what precisely these words are referencing, your guess is as good as mine. Still, Master Kyukyuruka, doubtless preserved the incantation and the accompanying message in his records for a reason. And if we are not the heirs to the art of black magic, then who is? So I trust that I can expect to see you at Doll's reflection, and do try to hurry us. I will prefer not to delay any potential epoch-making discoveries. Epic? Epic. Epoch making discoveries any longer than necessary. There's like a way to do this a lot easier. There's a door that leads that way. See if it's how I think it is. Let's see where this leads. Oh, Corpse Walker. Yep. That's right here. You know what? I might actually just go buy that staff. Well, I'll do it after this. Yeah, I should go get the staff. It's this staff. I like it. I can level. I can. I'm gonna do this entirely else one, so I'll go buy it after this. Shit. And there it is. At is all you see now. Oh, and that is all you need. You and it, and that is all you need know. When I get the sign, you are to chant the words precisely as I instruct. Understood? Now, Gudrak. The light. Well, my man, I need to check a voice. You, yes, you shall serve as bearer of destruction. As for my vessel, ah yes, that one shall suffice. I'm gonna go buy a better staff of this. I like the staff, but... Whatever was that strange... What? Huh? Huh? Whatever was that strange sensation? For a moment, it was as if a burning a great fire burned within me, and then... now it's as if my mind is being rent in two. And this voice... Oh. Well, it feels good to walk on the earth for the first time in 2 millennium. Since the old coat proved himself useful after all. If he hadn't kicked it, I'd find him and give him a pat on the back. And what are you gawking at? You are a black mage, are you not? Surely you possess the common sense to recognize the woman who stands before you. Or will you need a hint? Or will you be needing a hint? Shantoto. Some would call me a death's handmaiden, and I always find the particular epithet as needlessly foreboding. Morbid. Though, technically speaking, I am but manipulation. I am but manifestation of a memory. You can call me by the name I used in life. Shatoton. Shatoto. At your service. But I just, of course, you are at mine. I must say, what is it with the black mages today and these unwieldy hats? Do they truly believe makes them more imposing, or are they merely compensating for something? In either event, I have no need for such adornments. Now that's more like it, Gudrak. Was it? Of course it was. Now that we're on the first name basis, you'll have to tell me all about yourself. On second thought, let's skip that. Time is short, and to be made honest, I don't particularly care. At any rate, as I might have mentioned, I am not the true Shatoto as she once lived, but rather a manifestation of a memory. My memory. Needless to say, that still makes me the most powerful sorceress currently existing in your world. You'll do well to remember that if you ever have a mind to cross me. I have this weird contraption of scanning you now. Well then, now that we've gotten the pleasantries out of the way, what do you say we have a little fun? Please prepare to be blasted into gazillion itty bitty pieces. Oh, come on. must I spell things out for you? I must know if you are sufficiently adept at the dark arts to help me forestall impending doom. And this is by far the easiest way to do so, not to mention the most fun. Prepare for a world of pain. Oh, I don't have triple cat. Wait, why don't I? Oh, onward! Madame. Oh. Damn it all. Damn you, Shantoto. See if I can save it. Explosion! Ha 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 ha. Not half bad. Whoa, no, wait, one moment. Back to the voice. Oh, not half bad. That painfully dull expression on your face had me worried. But I suppose you'll do after all. Do for what if you try to keep up, will you? Repeat myself. Let me start at the beginning. 2,300 years ago, the greatest mage our realm had ever known had within me complements our chose, compiled a choice assortment of the most potent offensive incantations and invocations into the school known as Black Magic. You still seem puzzled. I also devised a spell that would allow my memory to one day return. My reason was twofold. For one, I simply had to see for myself how the art of destruction would be handed down eras after I had inevitably passed. For another, I knew that without my guidance, this realm shall one day meet. Most certain. Oh, but that won't do. I had thought the girl stronger than this, but these eyelids grow heavy and my consciousness wanes. I suppose I'll just have to take a little nap. But remember this, my puppet of destruction. You have a promising role to play in the battle to come. A battle that will decide the fate of our very world. Till next I wake, shirk not your studies of the art. Gudrak? Where are we? It's as if I just woke from the strangest dream. And yet, my every limb aches. And as if my respite was more exhausting than the fiercest of battles. Do you perchance observe anything odd happen to me? Preposterous, or so most would say. But you have no reason to tell me falsehoods, and it would certainly explain the curious symptoms I find myself experiencing. Shatoto, the mother of all dark magic, dark art. Shantoto, the mother of our dark art. She too pursued the power of destruction to and beyond any limit that could be conceived. Has consciousness truly taken up residence in my own mind? It's no use. I call out, but she does not answer. Whether she slumbers or simply deigns not answer, I cannot say. I fear I am at something of a loss. Let us return to the Sacratorium and clear our heads. Mayhap the answers we seek will yet reveal themselves to us. Well, I'm gonna go buy a staff before I do that. Actually, how much? No, I'm not gonna buy the staff because I need that for the other stuff. I think the staff will be good. Yeah, I think the staff will be okay. God, I should have leveled you up one more time just so I could... Yeah, whatever. if any of my guildmates are out. 2. One who's far behind. Well, not that far. And then get my 2 mage level up guildmate. I'm afraid it is not use. I have called out to Shantoto within my mind time and time again, and I am met only with silence. If only Master was still here, surely he could shed some light on the matter. After all, it was he who recorded this austerity, the word we use to summon forth Shantoto's memory. Wait, it's it. Master himself may not be here, but his writings may yet contain the answer to our queries. It was within the statue of Nuld, and the memory slumbered. But this does not strike me as a mere coincidence. I believe that settles it. I will return to the tomes and see what knowledge can be gleaned, that we might prepare ourselves for whatever task awaits us. This holds for you as well. Gudrak, whatever Shantoto's motives for returning to us, I cannot shake the feeling that ill happenings are afoot. I suggest you resume your studies with the utmost of urgency. I have completed my studies. Gudrak. Good. For better or for worse, it would seem Shantoto is still enjoying herself a peaceful slumber. In the meantime, my study of the books of Naldal has proven rather enlightening. In particular, I was surprised to learn that while the statue in Null's reflection is a relatively recent construction, in historical terms, of course, the goblet it holds in its hand is quite ancient. It would appear that it was within that vessel Mistress Shatoto's soul was sealed away. Master's records go on to state that the inner surface of the goblet is inscribed with a message in the glyphs of in the glyph of ancient Mach. It reads, yes, here it is. The power of destruction all rend the baleful star, and peace doth reign near and afar. Yet 23 centuries hence shall it come anew, and certain doom is sure to ensue. A prophecy of sort, it would seem. It has been roughly 2,300 years since Shatoto founded black magic, which means it is entirely possible she herself left the inscription. But whatever sort of doom could the prophecy be referring to? I fear it is all rather cryptic. La, La, Lalai and Gujak as well. I would speak with both of you at once. While I would like nothing more than to catch up with on old times, I come bearing grave tidings, my friends. Pray lend me your aid. Well, if it isn't our favorite and gob-belt-headed healer, I would have thought the seventh hell would freeze over before you cast your lot with purveyors of destruction. What have we done to deserve the honor of your groveling? This is no time to jest. Lalai, the situation is most dire. Why, a veritable horde of crazy golems have bursted forth from the lost city, and is wreaking havoc on the 12's woods even as we speak. Whatever foul sorcery led them to abandon their altars and run rampant, we cannot say, but one thing is certain. If we do not deal with them, and do so swiftly, there is no telling what damage that they might inflict upon our forest home. That does sound like cause for concern. Very well. I suppose it could not kill us to put the matter of Shantotos aside for a moment and... Wait, One moment, I need to listen to that voice again. I say, how can a girl think straight with the ungodly fools kept weighing her down? Or perhaps she can't, and that is why but of course it would makes perfect sense. Oh, hello there. Did you miss me and my prodigious intelligence? Of course you did. Now, look, we haven't much time, so do try to keep pace. The Surge of Aether? Just who or what are you? Yes, I'm sure there's so much you'd like to know, but where would that get us? I've already heard all I need to hear, though, through the girl's ears. We are needed in the South Shroud, yes? Rampaging golems, was it? Indeed. I have tasked a whaler named Alfini with looking into the matter. With my luck, he has gleaned some knowledge which might avail us in plotting a suitable course of action. Alfini. Alpis. Alfina. Alfina, Alfini, Self-shot, yes. I believe the great Shantoto has all she needs. Well, come now. No point in standing around like a gawking and goboo, goobers when there's work to be done. Right, right? Shantoto? Kuchaka, I am most grateful for your aid. Not get me wrong, but if there is something that you and Lila has been keeping from me, mark my words, I will hear of it in full when our task is done. You're still a goober. The sheer etheric energy I feel is exuding from the girl is nothing short of astonishing. Could it be the cap was reining in her true power after all this time? Ah, it's so much easier to think without that exceedingly bulky weight on my brain. For the life of me, I will never understand people's obsession with extravagant headgear. Welcome, friend. You come see. You came seeking help. News of the golems, yes? Well, would that I have any to give. I fear not a single one of the creatures have manifested itself before my eyes. So you say, my good man, but it is possible that you do not see the trees for the forest? There's something that which we see is right before us and we need only attune our vision? Is it just me, or do I spy a number of curious stone structures peeking out of the bush? Yes, I have an inkling that our foes may be hiding in plain sight. But just how is one to disguise living stone from the most ordinary type? Why, I do believe the former would take far less kindly to being scorched with a burst of hellfire. Yes. So, the plan is clear, yes? Just get blasting. So I started blasting. Freeze! Deep freeze. Feel the burn. Fire! Fire 4. That was fun, wasn't it? Now, while I'm not want to repeat myself, it seems I should make an exception for the slower member of our band. You have the privilege of standing before the Archmage Chateauteau, or rather a memory of the same which has awakened after years of slumber to rescue your realm. That... oh. I got distracted by something. Here's a slumber and rescue your realm. From a fate most dire. Slower. Lady Chateauteau. Chateauteau, if that is truly who you are. Lady Chateauteau, if that was truly who you are, I cannot deny your arcane powers, and yet there is much about this matter that does not sit well. Pray explain yourself. What is this dire fate of which you speak? dear. You really aren't very smart. Very well, I shall begin from the very beginning. A beginning. Dear me, did I almost rhyme? Who does that anyways? Anyhow, the tale begins with 2 millennia ago when the great civilization of Mach was still in its infancy. Our scholars asserted that a mighty comet awaits, awash with unspeakable etheric energy, was on course to strike our fair home and reduce it to so much rubble, and so I thought to rectify the situation by the only way I knew how, by blasting the foul rock out of the sky with the most powerful destructive magic our river realm has ever seen. And this more than anything was what spurred me to develop the art of black magic as it is known today. Needless to say, my plan was a remarkable success. A massive chunk of the comet was shattered, and knocking it clear off its path and sending it spinning, hurling off into the heavens. The story, however, does not end there. Fragments of the meteor hurled embedded themselves into the earth, which, while small enough that their impact caused a significant damage, they remained beneath the surface, brimming with etheric energy, just waiting to be unearthed. And needless to say, these otherworldly stones drew the attention of the mages far and wide. We sought to claim their powers for their own. And these are the stones that give the golems their souls. By those powers may many a city-state may flourish. And yet these stones held yet further secrets. When 2 of them were brought together, they would call out for one other, Aether, reacting to Aether, to augment their mutual power to still greater heights. Mind you, the power of every fragment, mind you, the power of mere fragments, even in its heightened state, would be too far to I'm eager to be cause for concern. One threat, however, still lingers. What if the comet, the mother stone as it were to return its circulus orbit, bringing it in shouting distance of our world once more? Would not its remnants, its children, summon it hither in all its destructive glory? Preposterous! Did you... Would you... Did you... Did your vaunted black magic. I don't know why I'm doing this accent. It's coming out to me from no. Preposterous. Did your vaunted black magic not knock the comet clear across the sky? Why is it simply inconvenient? It is simply inconceivable that its new path would bring it around back to our direction. Inconceivable to feeble minds, mayhap, but not my own. In fact, I posit that the comet is drawing nearer every moment, and it is for this very reason that the golems are now running amok. If left unattended, then implication for this world would be calamitous indeed. Unfortunately, you have an ally in that impending battle, a prodigy who foresaw the danger that was to come and send her memory into the future, that she might return to save the world. Did you mean to say that you predicted that this threat would come over 2,000 years ago? Mind you, and devised an incantation for the sole purpose of allowing your return to us in our time of need. I do believe I've already said precisely that. Of course, I did not do it entirely on my own. The spell would have been lost to history if crazy old Kyukyuruoku hadn't dug it up when he did and recorded it for posterity. Dear little Lalai. Also, Lalai and Gudrak also played their part as well. Oh, how wonderful it is when our followers, against their natural tendencies prepared, manage not to make an utter mess of things. I must say, the whole story would strike me as a bit far-fetched. I mistrust neither your motive nor your skills, Miss Lady Chateauteau, but as a hero changing with the protections of the wood, I cannot leave this matter to you alone. I will accompany you and offer what aid I can. But first, let us return to Uldal. I will hear more of your plan. More of the plan you propose before we take action. Must you? Very well. We promise you will not get in our way. Now, come along, my puppets. I have a realm to save, and you're going to help me. The hero assumes me that there has been no golem arising anywhere elsewhere, and since he clearly is too thick to tell a convincing lie, I am inclined to believe him. This means that we shall have time to form a plan of attack. I do pride myself on my honesty, and yes, I will be honest with you when I say this. Your art is, to put it kindly, not looked fond upon in our day and age, and your story skirts the limit of believability. We cannot stave off this calamity alone, but any entreaty you who must make are not like to find a receptive audience. I, on the other hand, have friends in positions of some prominence. I shall reach out to them and see what aid they are willing to offer. You do know I'm the warrior, right? I kind of saved the world several times. I kind of have more pull than you jackass. How charming. He actually thinks he might prove himself useful. In your spare time, might you not ask your astrologian friend if they have any recent calculation on the comet's path? I have no reason to doubt the accuracy of my own, of course, but I am working off 2 millennium old. This is a party app. Data. As you wish. Forgive me for being forward, but might I inquire as to the well-being of our mutual friend Lalai? She is still in there somewhere, yes? Oh, she most certainly is. Worry not. The girl's conscience is just enjoying a short respite which remains me. I really am due for a nap myself. Be a dear and do try not to let things go to hells in my absence, will you? Shatoto, mother of the arts of that brings the great floods upon us. Has she truly returned to deliver us from doom? The progenitor of our esteemed art has chosen me as her vessel in hopes of saving our world from a falling star. I can't imagine a greater honor. Come, Kujak, we must put our minds together and figure out how we might best do her bidding. Wait, Lalai. If you take her word at face value, Shatoto has only the realm's best interests at heart, and yet I, for one, remain skeptical. Which is not to say I doubt her intentions, or yours for that matter, and yet we speak of the founder of the very art which gave rise to the War of the Magi, and with the 6th Umbral calamity. Could it not be that even in seeking to save our realm, she is like to not destroy it? Blasphemy! Only Lady Shatoto had long since passed when the war broke out. Only a blind, blustering halfwit would even think to hold her responsible though when I put it that way. I understand this. And that is why I begrudge neither you nor her my aid, such as it will serve to protect the realm's peace. At the same time, I intend to keep close watch on her. One can never be too weary after all. In any event, I will gather what information I can for the threat we face, and will be most grateful if you could do the same. Might I suggest speaking with your beastman friends, allies? If the idea has not already occurred to you, that is. I swear that man's head is made of harder rock than any golem. Still, at least he is cooperating with us, which is progress of some sort. In any event, I will reach out to our beastmen friends. I encourage you to return to your studies in the meantime. If only thing is clear is what still at least his cooperation, beastman. I encourage you to return to your studies. In the meantime, if anything is clear, it is that the task ahead will test us to our very limits. Ah, Gudrak, I trust you have not been shirking your studies. Mistress Shatoto expects much from us, and I will not disappoint her. For my own part, I have called out to her intently, time and time again in my mind, in hopes of conveying any and all knowledge that might avail in staving off the impending disaster. Though she does not respond, I have the distinct sensation that she is listening, in any case or other. Doubtless, she will return when she sees fit, but in the meanwhile, can still afford to bid our time. And so I have taken Ziala's advice. I have just seen. I can just see the smug grin on his face. And I say that and reach out to our friends. Not moments ago, a post-Mughal came by with a missive from our friend Dagza of the 269th Volta. So lucky, as luck would have it, seems he has knowledge that might serve as well. To wit, reports of recent sightings of rampaging golems. I would ask you to go on ahead and see that he knows. I will call for the holier-than-thou Hera and join you shortly. Not that I am enamored of his company, far from it, but his insight has proven to be not altogether useless on occasions. And the other, good, Gudrak, it's been eons, eras, ages, eons. I've heard that the spirit of the legendary Shatoto comes alive again inside Lalai. But could this wondrous tale possibly be true? Oh, I need to go get my wondrous tales. It is indeed, my friend. Dazi. She is a... She is a capricious type, capricious type, though, and wakes only when she has the mind to. A fact that I have explained 700 times to the mutton chop Kira. Still insists beyond all reason that I should be able to summon her at will. You do me this credit, Lalai. I merely suggested that if there were some means by which we could summon Shatoto on our own convenience rather than wait for her to come forth. Of her own accord. It might serve us in facing the dangers. Mudras. It might serve us to face the dangers ahead. Summon her? You speak of an illustrious founder of my art as if she was a mere servant girl. You will watch your tongue in the presence of your betters. Zia Nalha? Less. I meant no disrespect. I do not deny the power of your art, nor the good it can do in the right hands. I am simply... too stubborn and stupid to fully accept it. Oh well, I suppose none of us are perfect, myself excluded, of course. 216 holders are vacant. Daza? I presume. Tell me, all you have seen or heard about this rampage golem? Are my eyes to be believed? Trusted sworn by believed. Is this truly the great Shatoto who stands before my eyes? Yes, it must be. I mean, of course, my lady, yes, Tazi will tell all he knows. I saw a strange golem, odd, curious, strange, wandering in the tangle. And that is all, not all. It was not ordinary. It was no ordinary golem, no. But rather than someone I saw in a tomb. Hands down from my forebearers, Dagi. A golem of ancient mark. Oh, one of my own creations. Why, that is simply inconceivable. I designed them to be utterly rampage-proof, and left copious instructions to ensure that my loyal apprentices and their apprentices, and so on and so forth, would see that they stay that way. And mayhap your followers were not so diligent in carrying out your orders after all, after you passed. We all know of the chaos and destruction wrought by Makchi sorcerers during the War of the Magi. I suspect the pouring over age-old documents on an upkeeping of golems were the least of the concerns. Forgive my doubt, Lady Shatoto, but you seem quite particular to your creation. And your countrymen, if we were to find ourselves locked in the combat with the golems of Mok, do I have your assurance you will not hesitate to strike them as for our foes? You do not trust me. And trust us. This I know, but I am not deaf to the lie's ceaseless grumblings. So be it. You cannot help being a simpleton, no matter that. No, not more than I can. Help being the greatest intelligence of my era. The old cook and QQ Ruku told me that what became of the Machi after my passing when he communed with me a century ago. Do you think I deny the senseless destruction caused by my descendants with the art I myself wrought? No less, of course not, for I, unlike some of my present companions, am not a bloody fool. But, but, even a fool might understand that the tool is only as good or evil as she who would wield it. So answer me this. What could I possibly stand to gain from standing idly by as my own creations wreak havoc on the realm I once called home? I will grant that. I will grant that there is some sense in what you say. In any case, think we thank you for your assistance. Daji, rest assured that we shall see to the rogue golem before any harm befalls you and yours to the Tankle. Does that overdweller never lighten up? It be so tiring living in each day carrying around a brain of solid stone. Bothersome, wearisome, tiring. You can say that again, my synonym abusing friend. Angudrak, you know that man better than I, and for that I pity you. Is there nothing we can do to buy ourselves a moment's respite from his insane quibbling? Innate quibbling? Whatever do you suppose it bothers his puny mind? Mayhap he is worried for Lalai. Yes, I have observed this as well. Smaller minds are quick to burden themselves with hand-wringing concern for well-beings of others, as if it were not evident that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. In either in either event, if he insists on tagging along with us, I suppose it will not hurt him to win. It will not hurt to win him over. In only so he does not foul things up at the worst possible time. Anyways, I do believe we have some gold in Smite into oblivion? And the tangle, was it? I'll see you there, and do try not to get lost on the way. These lands are far more dry and agreeable in my day. But I suppose much can change into millennia. Especially not without me. Especially without me around to keep things in order. But this is no time going to get caught up in nostalgia. We have a golem to smash and search for. Well, not necessary in that order. I suppose, yes. I can sense particularly strong aether and etheric energy coming from that direction. I would accompany Shantoto to ensure that she remains focused on the task at hand. Might you survey the area south from here? This inversion affords a foe on end of hiding spots, and I am ill inclined to walk into an ambush. I look for her in wide and can discern no sign of golems, rampaging or otherwise. Return to the southwestern reach of the tangle and see how Shatoto and Zaya fare in their search. Oh, fire. Oh, ha, 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 ha. If only this party were my own, I would have razed that oversized block of stone to the ground. I suppose I should thank you for coming to my aid. Had I lost consciousness in the midst of a battle, I would certainly have been done for, and poor Lalai would with me. No, my lady. No, Lady Centered. It is I who owe you a debt of gratitude. Had you not drawn the creature's initial strike, I would surely have met an inglorious end. But that is not the least of my failings. It is my fault and mine alone that we were caught unawares. Though it shames me to say so, my eyes were not on you, were on you when they should have been watching out for our enemy. Who is this sorcerer who wields such frightening power, and does she truly mean to save our world, or will she destroy it? These thoughts continue to haunt me, but does she truly mean to save our world? Or will he destroy it? Will she destroy it? These thoughts continue to haunt me, but no more. Seeing you risk your life for me, a humble Pyrrha you have only just met, I say this is no reservation. You're a paragon of virtue and a model to all mages, white or black. Why, I do believe those are the most intelligent words. Why, I do believe those are the most intelligent words I have heard you utter. Yet, keep talking like that and I might yet learn to tolerate your presence. But if you think that means I'm going to give you your precious lie back, you'd best think again. We still have a falling star to fend off, do you not? My precious Lilai, I have no slightest idea what you might be implying. You wouldn't, would you? It was not your grand dream to see the white and the black, the arts of healing and destruction united for a common good. So says Lilai. At the very least is the girl not a valuable piece for the future you will realize that this is all well and true, but invaluable and precious have different connotations. Mayhap not in your time, but the meaning of words evolve over time, you see, and what I am saying is, of course, Lilai is a friend and an ally, but the same could not be said for Gudrak here, and which is not to say I do not want to see her again. Of course, only that, never mind. Now run away. At any rate, I do believe we're done all we can here. Lady Chatoto, please forgive me for having doubted you. Henceforth, I promise that I will aid you in whatever way I can. And with that, I do believe I must be off. Whatever. Yeah, run away like a little... Oh, one last thing, if I may, Lady Chatoto. While you're awake and speaking with us, what became of Lilai's consciousness? That is to say, is she still in there listening? And what a curious question. She's slumbering in the recesses of her mind, much as I am when she is awake. But to answer your question, no, she's not listening, though we do have some rather stimulating conversations from time to time. If you would like, I can share the details. No. I mean, never mind. I really must be getting off to Right. This place I was going. Ah! And what a curious man. At any rate, I feel my consciousness beginning to wane. The lie will be waking from slumber ere long. I will return to Old Dahl before she does. I suggest you do the same. Your friends have much. Your friend here has much she wishes to discuss with you. That's a man, baby. Catboy falling along for the Lalafell. Welcome back, Gudrak. As you might have surmised, it is I, Lalai. Mistress Shatoto returned to her repose. Not moments ago. Before drifting off to slumber, she imparted to me some details regarding that what she sees as the next phase of our task. To wit, she would have us venture forward afield to investigate any golem menaces that might be stirring out of the eyesight. Speaking of menaces, whatever became of the Stonehead era, I suppose it is not too much to hope that Mistress Shatoto finally set her robe alight. What? Could there be a troll? I assume I misheard, Gudrak. On the off chance I did not, pray inform the man that he has best not act upon his feelings in my presence, lest I feel like scorching his precious flowing locks from his scalp. Anyhow, I trust you will keep me informed if our hero friend exhibits any more impertinent behavior. I will think of suitable retribution. I dare say putting him to sleep and hiding his glasses would send a clear message and be rather amusing, no less. In any event, I will return to my research should you. Shatoto will doubtless call upon us before long, and our powers must be primed for the occasion. Gudrak, the moment you have entered this room, I could feel the air crackle with etheric energy. Excellent. Your diligence, your training will surely serve you as well. And you come to a perfect time. Not moments before your arrival, Shatoto's voice called out to me from the recesses of my consciousness. She will have us begin to lay the groundwork for the final stage of our plan. As she made it quite clear that we will require all the aid we can muster, I've taken the liberty of reaching out to our beastmen friends. They have convened at Kazagcha's residence at Burgundy Falls, where they await our arrival. Let us not keep them waiting. I behold my power. My friends, thank you for coming together. As much as such short notice, Mistress Shatoto will have you know that she is most grateful for your cooperation. In fact, I do believe she would rather speak to you directly. Well, it would seem our gang of kings are here. I dare say it's time we got this proverbial show on the road. Hera, tell me that you have made yourself useful since I last saw your vapid face. Aye, my lady. Shatoto, according to my callings in the Eorzean Alliance Patrol. In the Eorzean Alliance Eorzean Alliance, patrols have sighted an increasing number of Mage golems afield. Fortunately, none have posed a significant threat. At least not as of yet. Which brings us to the matter of the comet. A colleague of mine in the observatorium has confirmed that it's drawing nearer, and with each passing hour, although there is no immediate danger of a collision if it stays on its present course. It is too close for comfort, yes. Fortunately, as is my wont, I simply hope that you, my friends, are up to the task. If the hero speaks true, the golems have been causing trouble near the city. These states have been and have more bark than bite, falling with no great difficulty, and I'm middling so. By middling soldiers from this, I surmise that the gems set within them, the soul gems, have been small, of meager power at best. Squire? Perplexed? Goes in his. Profoundly, deeply perplexed. And by people to do the work of people. A golem created to travel so far from their master's domain. These constructs have no reason. True it is that not? Well, I'll be passively this observant. But I fear your knowledge is lacking. My squawking friend. Golems come in all shapes and forms, and not all are wrought by the hands of a mortal creator. Often a gem of sufficient aesthetic power will attract all manners of material, plants, minerals, and animals alike, spontaneously animating it and gaining rise to a new life, and art to guide them. These feral golems roam and wander at will. It is their unpredictable specimen that poses the greatest of dangers. The larger gems that serve as their soulstone, the greater their power, and the greater the threat when the comet draws near. It would appear our task is clear. Let us split up and hunt down these abominations. I shall join our basement friends and make for the west. I will lead the eastern reach to the two of you. I trust you will be able to fend for yourselves. There is no matter in particular I will ask you to investigate, my friends. My friends at the Alliance conveyed to me a most curious report, which Lady Shantoto was right words just now, but in a rather different light. Over in Kiribania, in a hamlet of Alagana, villagers have claimed sightings of, in their words, trees that walk like men. These have gone entirely uninvestigated, written off as a delusion, fantasy of superstitious common folk. But if Lady Shantoto speaks true, which I do, they are golems beyond the slimmest shadow of a doubt. Worry not, of Kudrak and I will uproot them and reduce every last leaf and scrap of bark to smoldering ash. Won't you eat, Kudrak? I will leave the particulars. I will leave the particulars regarding the means of destruction to the experts I have. I have, however, procured the link pearl that we might better coordinate our efforts. Pray take it with you. And with that, I do believe we are as prepared as we could hope to be. Let us be off, my friends. And remember, shall aught go amiss, I am but a link pearl call away. I have devised to allow for the pretentious pudding head to tell me even if I'm a million miles away. Far be it from me to scoff at technological progress, but some inventions really should have been done without. How interesting. While Mach has developed into a vermin-infested bog, Girabania is, if anything, looking more lively than I remember it. Not that that's saying much, of course. But look at me getting all nostalgic for no reason. After all, my body has long since returned to the dust, and soon even my memory will fade. But before that, we have a job to do, don't we? I can sense no unusual etheric presence here, so let us venture a bit further into the field. Come along now, Gudrak.
Hello. Oh, there it is.
Fire 2! Fire 2! Now freeze! Ice! Did you come upon any wooden golems, Gudra? As you can see, these two have the misfortune of coming upon little old. But that is not all I saw. Yes, it was most remarkable and most horrifying sight. After I delivered a mortal wound to one of the creatures I saw, extend the grooved limb and with one last ounce of its strength, tried to rip the soul stone from its cohort's chest. Yes, it would seem feral golems have no qualms about cannibalizing each other, which has led me to a quite frightening conclusion to with. Oh, of all the times, whatever could that four-eyed fool want at a time like this? Yes, if you have something to report, make it quick. What? Yes, it would be wise of you to make a discreet retreat. We will do the same. I will reevaluate our options in the light of those most troubling developments. Very well, I will join you at the observatorium. Sure. And do rather all the information you can. Gather all the information we can from your colleagues before I arrive. God be good. The heroes actually the heroes actually proved himself useful. It would seem he came upon a most startling scene in the hinterlands. A mass of influx of golems, all shapes and sizes, as if summoned from all reaches of the realm by some unholy force. I have my own theories as to what this means, but I require more knowledge. Before plotting our next step, one thing I can say is that we shall immediately begin preparing for the west. In any event, we must move and quickly. You return to Burgundy Falls and appraise the business of where we stand. I shall go ahead to the observatorium and see what knowledge the astrologians have gleaned and join you as soon as I am able. I'm gonna fly like an angel. Friends, comrades, brothers and sisters of the Black, we stand on the brink of a disaster most dire. Even as we speak, our foes grow in number. Ring of beings of sentient stone and wood gather, summoned by the unknown force, and united for a common purpose, a purpose beyond our understanding. Beyond your understanding, perhaps, but not mine. The golems make for some awe. In Gira Abanya, I witnessed a most unsettling sight. A golem with an almost animal fury, tearing into its cohort's chest. Disturbing as it was all too clear what I was witnessing. The creature sought a strong soulstone, that it might augment its strength and prolong its own existence. But the power these creatures seek is not limited to which they can harvest for their own kind. No, they are forever in search for the most potent etheric source, and they have finally found one. The astrologians at the observatorium have confirmed my worst fears. The baleful star of our past slowly but extremely changed course, bringing it closer and closer to this star. It is as Lady Shatoto says, the golems came out to it, called out to it, beckoning it ever closer. According to the latest calculations, any further adjustments to its path, and it is all but certain to strike Eorzea head on. The baleful creatures would climb the highest peaks in the land and summon their mother stone to bring disaster to our realm. Inconceivable. And yet, it is just so, my friend. Unless we destroy a lot of them, a collision is all but inevitable. And yet there are simply too many, even if we could thin their ranks. They will regrow themselves and regroup in no time. So we are done for, doomed, defeated, done for. Do not give up hope, my fervent friends. Or did you forget the most brilliant mind to ever walk on the face of Eorzea stands with you? Allow me to propose a foolproof plan. We do absolutely nothing at all. For now, that is. We know that the golems are feeding on each other in pursuit of greater and greater power. So why not sit back and let the process of unnatural selection take its course, till we are left with but a single foe? What? Out of her mind, Shantoto is. What were that to happen? A creature of untold power and percents. And that the golem would be. Quite so. It will be the mother of all automaton. The golem equivalent of yours truly, if you will. And by definition. If you will, a golem equivalent of yours truly, if you will, and by definition, one of the most formidable foe our realm has seen. Fortunately, I do believe there is none amongst us who might stand half a chance, but I do believe one amongst us who might stand half a chance against such a monstrosity. Kudrak, Lady Shantoto insist that you hold. Nay, you are the key to this entire operation. I am not in. Him. Gudrak. I am not inclined to doubt her, but I would hear it from your own lips. Can you say with all certainty that you can emerge victorious over this hypothetical golem of mythical proportions? Yes. Thank you, my friend. Your courage inspires me. Pray let me offer my strength, that together we must secure the future of our realm. I doubt Gudrak and I will have much need of your service, but do feel free to tag along. I will. It will be my honor. And with that I shall take my leave. I must warn the people of the nearby settlement to keep a wide berth of the great peak. Mayhap I would even have an occasion to smash a golem or two on my journey. Color me impressed, Gudrak. Your friends are proven more reliable by the minute. And with that I shall return to Sanctorium, for my grip on consciousness grows more tenuous by the moment. Pray return when you can speak. When you can, and speak with Lalai upon her awakening. Oh, 2 more left. I think I would have been done faster if I didn't keep getting distracted by other things. I am a black mage with the power of all. Gudrak, I have called out to Chatutu, but to no avail. No doubt she is deep in slumber, gathering her strength for the battle to come. She did, however, leave a message for you. Slack not in your training, my puppet of destruction, for your power will be tested, not as never before. That is not as ominous as it in the least. Now is it? Even I trust you will be up to the task. Gudrak, I trust you have prepared yourself well. Our foe mustered at Anik's shrine, and the hour of our final confrontation is nigh. The hero and our beastman friends are en route to the Forelands as we speak, and I will join them as well with all haste. With all haste. Come on, as soon as you are able, Shatuto will be awaiting your arrival.
Where am I?
Well, thank you, folks. Thank you so very much, Lila. With with my own corporeal form, having long since faded to dust, it is an honor and pleasure to see my legacy carried out by women, men, and beastmen of my own. After my own. Oops, am I just speaking out loud? You can stop gawking. Any time now, or have you forgotten that we have an army of power-hungry golems bent on destroying our world? Destroying our realm to dispose of. Unfortunately, I have already formulated the perfect plan of attack. You three will see to the staggering still attempt to scale the mountain. I entrust you. Can handle that. And the hero, Gudrak, and myself will scale the summit with a sizable augmented agglomeration of golems surely are awaiting us. If I were to be so bold, Lady Toto, I proffer a small augment I'll get into this plan. Somehow, as you surely know, is a holy place to all the dragons who call this land home. I am ill inclined to wage battle before without first obtaining their blessing. The elder Sitsu has told me that Gudrak has a friend among their kind. Mayhap it would be best if he sought counsel of this of Vidofnir before we proceed. Cannot believe I am saying this, but this is hardly the worst idea I've heard. But today, after all, it could hardly hurt to add another powerful ally to our ranks. What are we waiting for then? Lead the way. I am Donkey Kong. An unholy presence menaced that gather our mists, threatening to summon doom from the heavens down onto this realm. Such is thine plight. I too do sense the presence of an intruder in our sacred home. At first I was content on observing, but the danger hath grown too great. Warrior of warriors, if thou and thine take up arms against our common foe, thou doth has my blessing. Well, that's a ringing endorsement, if I've ever heard one. Hero, send word to our Bisman tribes. We commence the operation at once. There's no time to lose, Gudrak. Let's make for the summit and dispose of the abomination that awaits us before the comet gets too close for comfort.
Alright. Alrighty.
Understood. Understood. Pray leave the rest to us. Ladies Yantoto, my colleagues from the observatory confirmed your suspicion. Now its current path, the falling star will sail wide for us, if by the slimmest of margins. And yet that path shifts with every second, bringing us slowly but inexorably to the brink of calamity. Call it a hunch, but I do believe this imposing fellow might be responsible. Well, I'm glad to see that the obvious haven't escaped you. At any rate, our task is clear. We need only reduce him to dust before he can summon his dear mother any closer. Well, Gudrak, are you ready to stand alongside the greatest mage to ever live in a battle for the very future of your world? Look sharp. This is not time to shine. This is our time to shine.
Victory is ours. I only pray it did not come too late.
Perhaps if you have some black magic in your repertoire, but it is no matter. I have the utmost faith that Gudrak and my efforts were not in vain.
The light! By the 12! The 12 have mercy!
Here it comes, and there it goes. And with that, my friends, I do believe we've been spared a most crushing fate. Stand tall, Gudrak. You and I just saved the world, and I suppose I should thank you as well, Gira, for going for doing his most remarkable job of not mucking things up. And with that, I believe my work here is done. While I'd love nothing more than to stay and savor a victory a bit longer, all good things must come to an end. Don't look all sad now. With such promising proteges to carry on my legacy, I can and go to rest, knowing that I did not mother the art of destruction in vain. You have seen our art wielded for the greatest of good and the worst of evil. Having witnessed firsthand your prowess and the sheer strength of your resolve, I gladly leave the future of our arts in your hands. Leave the path while O Gudrak of the Black. The millennium from now, when we have long since faded into the dim memories, those who follow in our sister footsteps may yet wield their prodigious powers against any who would bring harm to our fair realm. Be proud, Gudrak. Having shared a mind with Mistress Satoto all this time, I can assure you the elusive praise, it does not come easily to her lips. I can still scarcely believe she did me the honor of choosing my body as a vessel.
Before meeting her in the flesh, in a manner of speaking, I did assume Death's maiden was little more than a witch obsessed with fire and destruction. It would seem my impression may have been an error.
May have been. Does your prudence, prudish, pig-headed prejudice know no end?
As charming as ever. I see I dare say you could learn a thing or two from your esteemed forbearer on how to treat a gentleman.
Oh, is that so? I do believe I treat true gentlemen just fine, as Gudrak here would know. At any rate, we are done here. Let us leave this uncultured boor here to reflect for a bit on how to treat a lady.
Many golems did come to scale the peaks, but they came no more. Laid low by our magics. The heavens too are calm. I trust you better with the great beast ended in victory.
Just so, my friend. Not to boast, but even Lady Shatoto was most impressed with our efforts. Is that not so, Gudrak?
Three cheers for the Lady Shatoto. 3 cheers for Gudrak. 3 cheers for the art of destruction. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah!
Far be it for me if the rain in your parade, but let us not forget that the healer in your ranks played at least a small part in our victory.
A happy day this is. Fly home to share the joy with his brothers and sisters. Dozo will. We will visit Dozo again to share magical lessons. Yes, till then, friend.
I too must take my leave. But know that even when we are apart, we are always standing as one. Till next we meet, my friend.
I too must return to Gradania to deliver my official report. I suppose this is farewell, at least for now.
Well, don't let us keep you, though.
I was wondering if I might express my gratitude to your colleagues at the observatorium. On behalf of Mistress Shatoto, that is. Leave that to me. I fear not all my friends are as open-minded. If they were to learn that I had allied myself with beastmen and practitioners of the dark arts, there's no telling what sort of twisting rumors might spread. Twisted even. Fear not. Lalai, you have my word that a hero and healer, I will do aught I can to work towards a day when you and yours fellows are standing proudly and receive credit for all the good you have done.
Could not bear to say this in his presence, but our hero friend has come quite far, haven't you say? I too will do everything in my power to make the day in reality. With that, I do believe our job here is done. Shall we return to this sacratorium?
Onto the Secretorium.
Welcome back, Gudrak. Once again, I must express my gratitude for all you have done, as well as my profound respect. You have mastered our art to a degree that few of us ever attain. But it's not like me to dwell on such matters. I just reflect on the hero's words. Once again, the truth of the battle we wage will never be known to those we fought to say. Nevertheless, to say we did not do what we can for for a cure correlated or glory. We do it because it must be done, and to sate our own intellectual curiosity, and yes, does not sit well with me. No, I cannot just turn a blind eye while on the deed of my friends my mentors are swallowed by history, never again to see the light. When the day will come that we emerge from the shadows, I cannot say from what that day. For that day, and for the eyes of all who would follow in our footsteps, I will put all I have seen to paper, just as Master QQ Raku once did. All we have learned from our realm, and the arcane of course, but that is not all I will write for the bravery of our beastmen friends of a stubborn and self-important hero who against all odds proved himself a friend. First of all, I will write of an illustrious founder of our glorious art, and the adventurer who she would personally entrust with carrying out her legacy. Why, I dare say, dare say the chapter will write itself.
Communing with the memory of Chantal to awaken. Communing with the memory of Chatoto awakens new knowledge of the black within you. Woo! Woo, I've done it! I did it in 3 hours. It took longer because I got sidetracked and distracted with other things. But I have done it. I now have foul. How foul? Right, it's the next day now, and I was trying to honestly, that is all I'm gonna do for today. Or for now. Not today, because it's the next day for me. So, again, thank you for watching. And if you're watching the VOD, I stream almost every day. I start between 10 and 7. I've been usually starting at 9 Pacific Standard Time usually lately. But there's all. Oh, wait. I changed the scene. Oh, it's not counted. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you can, like and subscribe. And have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night, whatever time it is for you. And goodbye.